It was very early on another cold winter's morning, yet Geppetto had been awake for hours.
Well, it's time to get up, my little sleepyhead. You wouldn't want school to start without you. Oh my, I could have sworn that little fellow was right here. Now I wonder where he went. Ah, the little guy must have fallen out of bed. Time to wake up, sleepyhead. Yoo-hoo. Be a good boy and give me the blanket. Pinocchio, will you let go of the blanket? Don't just lie there. Get me out from under this thing. Did you hear me?
You're real funny, Father.
Sleeping on the floor now, are we? You never cease to amaze me.
But it's a lot more comfortable sleeping on the floor, Father.
Well, most boys prefer their beds.
Yeah, but remember, I'm just a puppet who was carved out of wood.
Oh, Pinocchio, you mean just as much to me as if you were made of flesh and blood.
But when can I be a real boy?
That's difficult to say, but I know it's going to happen. Just try to be patient, Pinocchio. Now off you go. Oh, isn't that Johnny over there?
Yes, Father, his family just moved into the village.
Now you've got someone to go to school with, Pinocchio. Johnny!
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on there, Johnny. You forgot your school book. You're never going to amount to anything if you don't stop treating school like a playground.
Wait a minute, dear. What do you think you're doing? You're not going to force him to go to school when he has a headache, are you?
Our boy is just fine, but he'd rather play hooky.
Then he can come with me. There's plenty of work to do. Huh?
Wait a minute. One chimney sweep in the family is enough. You know how I feel.
Dear, I want him to take over the family business.
No, over my dead body.
Son.
Come with me, Johnny.
He's going to be a chimney sweep.
He's going to be a doctor. Doctor!
Please stop, both of you. You folks are so wrapped up in your argument, you could seriously hurt your son.
It's not my fault.
Oh, so it's my fault.
Come on, perhaps there's a better time to settle this argument. The boy will be late for school.
That's right. First things first, son.
Well, Johnny, come on. What are we waiting for? We don't want to be late.
As the two new friends set out together, it was clear that one of them was not particularly enthusiastic about spending another day in school.
You gotta walk faster than that, slowpoke.
But despite Pinocchio's friendly encouragement, Johnny couldn't seem to get excited about another whole day of reading, writing, and arithmetic. His mind just wasn't on the school day ahead.
Wait a minute. What's the matter, Johnny? School's back this way.
Well, I'm afraid to go to school. I didn't do my homework. You go on without me.
I'm beginning to wonder about you. My father says going to school is a real privilege. You won't be able to grow up and be somebody important if you don't make use of the opportunity.
Listen to you. Listen to you.
Don't laugh at me.
You think you're a real boy. That's funny.
And why do you think that's so funny?
Only because I'd rather be made of wood.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like this, Pinocchio. My father's a chimney sweep like his father before him, and he wants me to take over the family business someday. But my mother wants me to become a doctor. I know you don't have this problem. Why, I bet that pussycat over there even has an easier life than I do.
Yeah, well, if you ask me, you're behaving like a spoiled brat.
Oh, yeah?
I want to become a real human being more than anything. Quit your complaining.
Look, it's my life, and I'll complain if I want to. Ow!
Too bad.
Ow!
Wow, sorry. Gee, Johnny, I barely hit you.
My head.
You didn't hurt me. Don't worry.
Well, that's because your head's made of wood.
Gee, I never thought of that. Come on, let's go.
Meanwhile, all the children in the village had gathered in the playground and were waiting for the school bell to ring.
See? I'm taller, aren't I?
Yep, by quite a bit. I want to get tall. How do you do it?
Eat right, get a whole lot of sleep, and I exercise.
Too bad you couldn't be smart, too.
Real funny, pal.
Hello, Pinocchio.
How big is Pinocchio compared to you, Franco?
Who?
This little shrimp?
Come to think of it, he's even smaller than me.
That's right, but don't forget Pinocchio's only a puppet.
And he'll always be nothing but a little kid.
Gee, what a pity. Oh, yeah? Someday I'm gonna be a real little boy. So you better watch out. I'll be just as tall as you are.
And when should we expect this to happen?
Yeah, Pinocchio, sometime soon.
Well, come on, we're waiting.
Boy, what a fool.
So you want to go to school and become a doctor just like my father, is that right?
To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what I want to be.
Well, you'll never be a doctor unless you actually come to school and do your homework once in a while. Well, you could always become a chimney sweep.
No way, I'll never be a chimney sweep.
I can imagine. You're always really dirty and nobody respects you.
Hey!
Oh my goodness, I forgot about your father. Oh, come on now, don't be a crybaby. If he studies, he can be anything he wants. But at this rate, he may never grow up. Johnny is a crybaby, poor little Johnny. Johnny is a crybaby, poor little Johnny. Johnny is a
Jumpin' gee willikers, am I ever hungry? Pinocchio?
What?
What's wrong?
I forgot to wash my hands.
Just try not to get splinters on your fingers.
Hey, Franco, why don't you leave me alone?
Pinocchio, it's a shame you can't taste food like real boys.
Yeah, it's too bad you made of wood.
Don't bother talking to him, he's just a puppet.
Poor little puppet, poor little puppet.
What's going on? Oh, you'll stand right there all day, lad.
Every time I turn around, I find myself in more trouble. I don't mean to be bad. I'm just trying to act like a real little boy, but there's no way around it. I'm stuck being a stupid little wooden puppet.
Pinocchio!
Huh? What? Who's there?
I'm up here, silly.
Wait a minute, I remember you.
That's right, you and your friend passed by me on your way to school. Humans call me Nora.
But I'm not really human.
Yes, you just said you were a puppet.
All right, I guess you heard me.
And your teacher won't let you move from this tree?
No, I'm being punished because I was bad.
It's not easy being a puppet, is it?
Gee, you can say that again.
And you'd like to be a real little boy?
And I will.
Well, maybe I can help you.
Huh?
Interested?
You bet I am. Please help me.
All right, but first I simply have to know that you'll trust me.
Well, sure I will.
Promise?
I swear.
Good. All right, follow me.
Hey, wait a minute! You're not supposed to move!
But it won't take long.
The teacher will be mad. Don't go!
Please, don't worry, Cricket. It's all right.
She's nothing but a phony kid, I'm telling you.
Well, I believe her when she says she wants to help me.
If you want to know the truth, she looks like nothing but trouble to me.
Leave me alone. No!
What? You want me to leave you alone?
Oh, no. What I said was it's nice not to have to walk alone. Oh, it's Johnny.
That young scamp once threw a rock at me.
Johnny did that?
Yes, he's most unpleasant. I don't think you can trust him.
Oh, I'm so confused. My mother and father are each pulling me in different directions. I'm sick of it. What would they do if I wasn't alive? Then what would they do? They wouldn't have Johnny to kick around anymore.
Gee, are you ever in luck, Pinocchio? This could be the big opportunity that you've been waiting for.
What do you mean, Nora?
Well, your good friend just said he doesn't want to live anymore, and you need a heart to become a real live boy.
Where can I get one?
Suppose you were to make off with Johnny's heart while he was sleeping, then that would make you
A human being.
Uh-huh.
I'll sneak up on him tonight when he's sleeping. Oh, boy!
Pinocchio, are you stupid? She wants to make a big fool out of you.
She only wants to help me become a human being.
Ha! I'll remind you, you said that when you wind up in trouble, pal.
Quit it! One of these days, I'm gonna be a real live kid.
Things are coming along nicely.
Daylight turned to darkness, and little did Johnny know that he was about to have a late-night visitor.
Now, if I were a heart, where would I be? Nora seemed to think this heart thing was pretty important. I should have asked her what it looked like. Oh! I don't know. Maybe Johnny keeps it in here. Uh-oh! Could this be his heart? It was all wrapped up like it was special. But how could having this make anybody human? There's so much I'll never understand. But maybe Nora could explain it to me. I'll go and show this to her right away.
You thought that elephant was his heart?
Please tell me why you're laughing at me.
Because it's funny, that's why.
But what's so funny? Not you too. Why are you laughing?
Because you made off with an elephant, Pinocchio. You'll find a heart inside a human's body. That's what pumps the blood. I'm afraid you've made quite a stupid mistake.
I'm nothing but a big failure. I am funny, though. Oh, boy.
You know, it's times like this that I'm almost happy you're a puppet.
But I won't be for long. I won't fail when I go back. You'll see.
No, you must be out of your mind.
Good for you. Go get that heart.
Please don't do it, Pinocchio.
Well, go on. Go ahead.
Do you mean to say you'd stoop that low to become a real human being?
You bet I would, and you're not going to stop me.
He's actually going to do it.
Oh, what's going on?
You've got something that I want.
Oh, please don't let him take my heart.
You'll be sorry.
Johnny!
Oh, Mom, Dad, he came here to take my heart away from me.
You leave him alone.
Oh, my nose!
Get your father! He's running away!
Let me go. Let
All
me
right,
go.
come here, puppet. I know how to deal with the likes of you.
Calm down, son. Your mother's here now. I won't let him hurt you.
Stop it, Dad! He didn't mean it. Pinocchio was playing a game, and I want to forgive him.
Forgive him? What do you mean?
You'll hate me.
Of course we won't. Just go ahead and speak your mind.
I'm not smart enough to become a doctor, and I'm not strong enough to become a chimney sweep. Everybody seems to think I'm a fool, and all I know is I got confused and I didn't think I wanted to live anymore.
But we love you, Johnny.
Do you mean to tell me that you've such a weak will? You've just admitted that you have no plans at all for your future. Nothing would make me happier than to have you take over the family business from me. But if you won't become a chimney sweep, please tell me.
And I was wrong in wanting you to become a doctor. I thought the only way you would become a fine man was if you applied yourself at school, but that was unfair of me. I know now that if you are to be happy, you must find your own path in life.
But I won't have a son who's a good-for-nothing. And as for you, please, you must forgive me. You were right after all, little puppet. Now, both of you, believe me, I knew this would happen. I was just testing your true feelings. Look, Johnny, you'll be growing up soon, and before you know it, you'll be moving out and having a family of your own. As you make your way into the world, be sure you do your best in whatever you choose. You can't help but succeed. My boy, just look over there a moment. Once upon a time, long ago, this entire area before you was nothing but trees and bush. And then a bunch of men came along, and with few resources, little more than their spirit and determination, they built the town you now see.
I never thought of it that way. What an accomplishment.
And sooner or later, every chimney in the village needs a good sweeping.
Yes, that's what my grandfather thought. And that man was a very fine chimney sweep. He was a hard worker, a proud but humble man. We loved him very much. He was an inspiration to my father, as my father was to me. And now I've followed in their footsteps and will continue to do my part to keep the town safe and warm.
What's good enough for you is good enough for me. I'm going to become a chimney sweep.
Oh!
Johnny and his family are all happy again. And gee, now I want to become a real boy more than ever. But just look at me, I'm right back where I started. Some people have all the luck and it's never me.
Pinocchio? What is it that's troubling you?
I failed once more at being human.
Are you still jealous of Johnny?
That's right. I'm afraid I'm stuck being a stupid little puppet.
You must be open to life's wisdom, and it's gained only through experience. If you failed, you have only yourself to blame. Pinocchio, you were selfish.
Oh, lecture me some other time.
Stop that. You must never steal from others, and it's unforgivable to even consider taking another's life. But if you refuse to understand, I'll gladly turn you back into an oak tree.
All right, I'll be good. You can put your wand away.
If you always do your best and never harm others, you will become human one day, I promise. I have faith that both you and Johnny shall grow up to be fine young men. Farewell for now, Pinocchio.
Pinocchio!
Hey, you've brought me nothing but a bunch of trouble. You know that? I'm real sorry I ever took your advice.
This guy's a lot smarter than I thought he was. But maybe it's worth one more try. Well, I've got another idea. You want to hear it?
No, I've heard enough of your ideas.
No, I'm not giving up that easily.
It's time for me to be getting on home. Now see ya.
But don't you want to go to the circus with me?
No.
Follow me, I'll tell you all about it.
I should know better, but... Hey, wait! Hold on, Nora! Wait! Do you think we can get in? Are there lots of clouds?
Here we go again.